Impact segment tonight, 42-year-old Omar Gonzalez, now charged with unlawfully entering a restricted building with a deadly or dangerous weapon. Gonzalez, an Iraqi war veteran, jumped over the White House fence on September 19. Now reports say he actually entered the mansion. Apparently, he wound up just outside the green room on the first floor. But that was not initially reported by the Secret Service. Cover up? Joining us now from Austin, Texas, Karl Rove has spent a lot of time in the White House. To me, this is just inconceivable. What say you?
It is very troubling, very inconceivable. He jumps the fence, makes it all the way across the lawn, gets to the north portico, gets in the front door, and enters a giant hallway, anteroom, goes down the cross hall into the east room. This is a big distance. I've walked this many a time, and even if you're sprinting, this is a big distance. Gets into the east room, turns around, comes out, and is tackled by a uniformed division officer who apparently was off duty. He was part of the protective detail for the daughters, and he's not even supposed to be there. This is really troubling. There's supposed to be a point when, if somebody breaches, there's supposed to be an alarm right near the door that goes off so that the agent, the uniformed division officer at the front door can lock the front door. And apparently that alarm did not go off. The reports say it was muted at the request of the usher's office. And if so, that is very troubling. Ushers are the people. The ushers are the people who run the interior of the White House, and they should not be dictating to the Secret Service that we don't like the loud alarm. The alarm is supposed to be loud for a purpose, and that is to alert the officers that a threat is imminent, and they all have tasks to do at that point.
All right, but there's also guards at the White House. I mean, they're all over the place. They're on the roof. They're in the doorways. They're everybody. Nobody saw this guy. Nobody did anything. So look. This is very troubling, and I have to say that Julia Pearson, who testified today in front of the House, she's got to go. She said, it's my fault, I take responsibility. It's probably not her fault as far as she didn't have anything to do with the people at the White House, the Secret Service, and how they reacted, but it's the culture. It's obvious that it's undisciplined, slipshod at the White House on the grounds. Not all Secret Service, not every detail. But she's got to go, and the whole culture's got to change. I have a sheet here. Just in the last 3 years, this was one after another of security breaches, of conduct that was unbecoming. The whole thing has to be top to bottom reorganized. Am I wrong?
Well, first of all, I'm not willing to say that she ought to resign. First of all, let's divorce these problems, because we have three levels of problems here. We have the immediate instance where Gonzalez gets into the White House, and they need to quickly understand why there's a publicly acknowledged five sort of walls of security surrounding the White House. There's actually more than that, but he got through all five of the ones that are publicly acknowledged.
That's insane, though. She has a
now. And look, there's some explanations for part of it. They didn't release the dogs because between the dog handler and Gonzalez were Secret Service guys, and the dog would have been trained to go for the first target, which would have been a Secret Service guy, not Gonzalez. So there may be some mitigating circumstances here, but come to a complete understanding of that and change the procedures and put them in force. To me, the big problem here is there was an alarm. There was an alarm that went off at the front door. Why was that alarm silenced?
I think it's a bigger problem with the service. Look,
I agree.
Look. Wait. Let me just say this. That man could have had a suicide bomb strapped to his chest.
Sure.
Okay? That's how they do it overseas. They blow things up. The fact that this man could have gotten in there and blown up the White House, certainly conceivable, means you change the whole system top to bottom.
All right. No, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You need to do whatever changes you do thoughtfully. So I believe that Director Pearson has a responsibility to solve this immediate problem. But there is a bigger problem here, and I think there needs to be a top-to-bottom review of the Secret Service, for whom I have enormous respect and great affection, having worked there. And what we need is we need people to look at this from top to bottom, because we have a culture problem with the incidents involving prostitutes in Cartagena and drunkenness in the Netherlands.
We need new blood at the top. We need to bring in somebody at the top who's going to change it.
We need a careful review in order to chart the right path for this. Let's not do it quickly. Let's solve the problem quickly in the immediate term and begin a top to bottom review of the Secret Service.
All right, Mr. Rove, thank you. Director